Winter can do some heavy damage to your car, so you might be seeing some indicators on your dashboard that you're not familiar with. That brings us to our Western New York Auto Care Center. We're here with the expert Bob Gugino. Now Bob, I don't know what any of those lights on my dashboard mean, so give me a rundown of what's important to know about them.
Okay, well we'll try to do our best for you. There's several different lights that are on the car. Some of them are red, some of them are amber. The red ones are the real important ones. Those are the ones that will tell you about your oil pressure, or maybe your temperature, overheating, that kind of thing. So those are the important ones you need to pull over right away and make sure you check the oil or check the coolant if you can to see if you can still keep driving. The amber ones, now those are the ones that are more of a warning light, something you need to get fixed kind of soon to get it into the shop right away, but you don't necessarily need to drop and do it. Except for once in a while you get one of those amber ones that will actually flash. If they flash, that's going to be real important. That you're going to need to stop driving the car and get it into your local WNY Auto Care shop as soon as you can.
Now there's a lot of different symbols for different things. What's the best way to learn what those all mean, you know, what part they go to?
Try to familiarize yourself with your car through the owner's manual. In there, they will tell you all the symbols, what they mean, brief descriptions of them, that kind of thing, and then let you know what action you should take if they do come on.
But to sum it all up, you know, red is bad, yellow, we can wait a little bit unless that yellow flashes.
Right, that's exactly right.
And I know that you also wanted to talk about brakes, so why don't we head inside and you can give us a rundown of everything we need to know about brakes.
Yeah, we'll try.
Now, Bob, I have to admit that I don't know anything about my brakes, so I wouldn't know that something's wrong with them until they don't stop. So fix this for me. What do we know about brakes that can indicate when they're going bad?
Okay, well, just like we talked about earlier about the warning indicators on your dashboard, well, your brakes have warning indicators as well. As we're driving through in this beautiful spring weather that we're having, we start hearing noises in our cars. Now your brakes, when they're making noise, squealing or grinding or anything like that, that's when you certainly need to get them checked.
So there's a piece on the brake that starts to squeal, kind of saying, you know, whoa, you need to change me.
Absolutely. As you're driving, if you hear this high-pitched squealing noise as you're driving or when you're stopping, that's a sure sign that something is wrong, and you definitely need to get into your local Western New York Auto Care shop to get them looked at.
Now, of course, you always have great examples of things that we want to look out for. So give me the examples of bad brakes that you have right here.
Yeah, well, here we have an example of a brake rotor. And as you can see, the inside and outside areas of the rotor are rusted due to the salt and corrosion that we have here in Buffalo. And when that happens, the braking distance diminishes dramatically. So when you need to make that panic stop, and the car might go just a little bit further than you'd like it to go.
Now, how often do people usually have to change these brakes?
Well, it varies on the kind of car and the type of driving you do, but what I would recommend is having your brake checked at least every 6 months, and more than likely every 2 to 3 years is usually when it's a good time to get them replaced.
And of course, you have a promotion going on right now that are going to help you fix these brakes.
Absolutely. The WNY Auto Care Centers of Western New York have a nice brake promotion through Napa Auto Parts, a $50 rebate when you get your brakes fixed.
All right, as always, thank you so much, Bob, for giving the information that we need to make sure that we're safe on the road.
Glad to do it.